Hey everybody, Vinyl Chef Steve here. Today we're going to do a little wine tasting. We're on a rosé that was seemingly brought to fame and fortune by Action Bronson, the rapper, food extraordinaire, and among other things. Apparently he fell in love with this wine, went viral on his social media. And so every year now we get this, it comes out and it's gone before you can say SUSUCARU, I don't know, Chupacabra. It sounds very similar to that. It almost looks like something the Chupacabra would drink, but it's actually SUSUCARU, and it is a Sicilian rosato skin contact wine that's grown on the very volcanic soils of Mount Etna in Sicily, which should be an interesting terroir and produce some pretty unique flavors. This is my first time tasting it. It is produced and bottled by the great Frank Cornelissen. It's what, 12% alcohol by volume. We're gonna give it a try and see what it's all cracked up to be. From what I understand, it's very different, as are most natural wines, and we're gonna see how different it really is. I've got my beautiful new Gabriel glass, wine glass, that my wife bought for me for my birthday this year. It's amazing. A universal glass, came with a gorgeous, I believe it's one of a kind travel case for this glass, so that I can take it with me when we go to dinner and other places. So let's give this a try. I'll put a little bit more in there. Very pretty color. It's not your typical rosé. It almost looks like a rosé of Sangiovese. It's very, very deep reddish pink. It's definitely not Côte de Provence in color. It smells really nice, really aromatic. Wow, it smells like a bouquet of roses. With little hints of, I got some watermelon in here. Definitely minerality. That volcanic soil is, yeah, you can really, on the nose, the minerals are really present. But so yeah, nice minerally watermelon, if you've ever had such a thing, with the side of red roses. Beautiful, really beautiful aromatics. Ooh, nice and dry. Very muted fruit. Really good acidity, very nice acidity. Wow, I can't lie to you, I'm almost getting a flashback from when I was a child, from like a watered down Gatorade, or like fruit punch Gatorade is kind of some of the flavors that I'm getting off of this thing. Even when we were kids and you had you know, Kool-Aid, which starts off really sweet, and you throw a bunch of ice in there, and by the end of your Kool-Aid you're not real happy about drinking it, but it's all you got left. Well, this is like, I guess, grown-up Kool-Aid, you can say. Not overly sweet at all. The fruit is, like I said, it's definitely a little bit on the more acidic and tangy tart side. It's definitely French style in how it's made. It's got beautiful acidity, nice minerality. The dryness level is actually really quite nice, especially for those who like your classic Côte de Provence or Bandol dryness level of rosés. So wow, I have to say, for anybody that's looking for a fruity rosé, that's, you know, got lots of fruit, this is not a rosé for you. This is definitely for people who are looking for more of a complex, really light, easy style drinking rosé. But I will say that, yeah, I mean, it's definitely up there with plenty of other delicious rosés that I've tasted before, and I can see why people are rushing out to get it, because it is definitely unique. There's definitely something about the minerality in this wine that is different from anything else that I've tasted. Almost kind of leans towards a Sancerre style, like a Sancerre Rouge maybe even, but much lighter on the palate. So, well, good find, Action Bronson. Mr. Cornelison, well done. And maybe just try to make more, because whenever we get it, it's gone like in a week or two. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a bottle this year, or actually two. So I'll be using one for this, and another one another time, probably to share with friends. But this one is probably going to go with me the rest of the way, and maybe even make it into my dinner this evening. We're back with the easy, non-pretentious food pairing for the otherwise easy drinking, non-pretentious rosé SUSUCARU. And I just opted to use some of my favorite snacks, which kind of fits the bill for this, which is my favorite nacho cheese tortilla chips and my favorite nacho cheese dip. Let's see how this pairs with some SUSUCARU rosé. I think it's going to be awesome. Well, that's always delicious. I know that much. Let's see how this clashes or cleanses my palate. Wow, it's great. Fruit's a little more prominent. Refreshing still. Doesn't change it too much. I mean, come on. Cheese, wine, crackers, kind of. Nacho cheese crackers. Yeah, that's good. That's a decent pairing. So you don't have to break out the foie gras and, you know, the expensive Comté French cheese and charcuterie and pâté for this wine. You can also play it down with some simple midnight munchies, and it does good. All right, so I ran out of chips, but I'm gonna finish the rest of this bottle with a beautiful Don Carlos Arturo Fuente Double Robusto, which ironically enough goes very well with the SUSUCARU. The SUSUCARU is pretty diverse, versatile. It's light enough to pair with heavy foods, rich foods, clean enough to pair with the cigar. Doesn't interfere with this flavor. Ironically, the food and the cigar tend to enhance the flavor of the rosé, yet not interfere with the flavor of the food or the cigar. To me, that's a good match. So nothing can interfere with the Don Carlos Arturo Fuente, nothing. I've heard this SUSUCARU wine referred to as the devil's juice. Tastes like it's made in hell. That is the furthest thing from the truth. That review has zero merit, at least for the 2019 vintage. This wine is graceful, elegant, clean, refreshing. I mean, everything you want in a grown-up rosé. So I'm gonna finish this out with the grown-up cigar, and I promise I won't be back. But again, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time on Vinyl Chef Steve. This time, we're out.